Hey guys, long time no see. Today I want to share with you a 200 million a year case study, a company that was built in less than 6 months using acquisitions. So let's get to it. So if you don't know me, my name is Moran Pober. I'm the founder and CEO of acquisitions.com. In the last 2 years, we were involved in more than 100 acquisitions of companies doing at least 7 figures a year in pretty much any sector you can think of. Now, one of the most exciting acquisition, or it's more than acquisition, it's basically multiple acquisitions that we were involved in, is a company that did 16 acquisitions in less than 6 months. And today I want to share with you what it looks like. So overall, the companies were doing almost 200 million in revenues, 62 million in EBITDA, which is basically pre-tax profits. And it was all done in less than 6 months using the model of acquisitions. Now, it's a very unique model of acquisitions. It's not just buying one company at a time, but it's basically combining a group of companies at once and then buying them at once and then operating them all together under consolidated P&L basically. So again, I hope I don't overwhelm you. My goal for this video is to share with you kind of what it looked like. So you could potentially go and implement it on your own, or if you want our help to invest alongside you, we could potentially do that as well. Now, a lot of people ask me, hey, can I do that in any sector? Do I need to have experience or background? Well, the guy that we work with didn't have any background in the sector. It's actually an online space, very familiar online space that probably you're all familiar with. I just rather not mention it to not create more competition for him. But let's just say that it's a sector that there are a lot of aggregators, a lot of consolidations are going on in that sector right now. And with that specific person, he didn't have any experience. He actually had a previous business in a completely different sector. He was bored. The business that he ran hit some kind of a plateau, so it wasn't growing anymore. A lot of it just comes down to lack of commitment. He wasn't as excited to work on that business anymore, and I was thinking, okay, what can I do? I want to do something else. We had a conversation. He also looked at some other videos that I have in this channel, and he basically said, hey, here's a model that I like. I'd like to go all in on that. What do you think? And then basically the process started. All in knew is one thing. He wanted to get to at least $100 million in revenues before he basically call it a good result, a good success. Because for him, anything less than 100 million a year in revenue is failure. So I don't think it's smart for you to compare yourself to them if you have no business experience or no background or nothing. I mean, he's a unicorn. I mean, even if he don't necessarily have experience in that sector, he have some business acumen. He understands basics of business. He understands what is the difference between revenues and profits. He understands the difference between marketing and sales, or finance and operations. He understands that every business have those different departments and those different necessities. So he wasn't a newbie to business, which I think is very important for people to understand, because everyone is going to have a different learning curve in their career in acquisitions or anything in general. And for him, he didn't start, like, it wasn't his first rodeo. Like always, I said that acquisitions is very much entrepreneur, like next step entrepreneurship. So I just want to make it that clear. So for him, the steps were pretty straightforward. He picked a sector, he built a team around him. So we supported him with a team of basically, he had a CFO, CEO, legal guy. Those are kind of like the key people. Obviously, you can call it like an M&A strategy guy as well. And he was acting as the CEO to go out there, find companies, operate companies, negotiate on deals. His goal was to have X number of conversations each week, and that was his KPI. KPI is a key performance indicator. So he had weekly accountability to know, okay, I have a specific amount of companies I want to talk to each week, and that's how I know if I'm successful this week or not. So I think it's very, very important to pay attention to that in the beginning, you're not going to see success, but you can see success in little things like the actions that you're going to take. So that's how he handled deal flow. It was basically creating some kind of a KPI for himself and the team. On a weekly basis, we want to talk to X number of companies. And then if we talk to those amount of companies, it's a success. If not, then we need to improve. So that's how he found those companies. Now, obviously, he had different negotiations with each of them. He structured different type of deals with each of them. But the simple way to put it is he basically signed different options to buy each of those companies based on predetermined price and terms. So price is what we pay, but terms is basically the term of the purchase price. For example, if he was able to buy a business for a $1 million purchase price, you don't necessarily need to pay $1 million right away. You can spread the payments over 1 to, I've seen deals up to 10 years of payments for seller financing, right? And obviously he had a team to help him look at the numbers. He had a team to help him set up the deal flow process. And he was able to get support when it comes to negotiation and understanding the back and forth psychology between him and the seller. One of the most important thing I think in this deal was the fact that he was able to sell a larger vision, not just for his internal team, but also to the sellers, to all the business owners. And I think it was a big key distinctions between what most people do and what he was able to achieve, because he was basically able to go out there and sell a larger vision to all those companies, and each of those sellers saw them almost like as partners in this larger group. And that's how the best roll-ups are created. The best roll-ups is basically buying few companies in one sector. The best roll-ups eventually are able to combine not just operational success, not just financial success, but cultural success. When everyone is aligned with similar vision, similar values, that's where you see the best results in the space of acquisitions and roll-ups. And if you want, let me know in the comments below, like maybe post roll-up. And if you like this kind of videos, I can share with you different other case studies of companies that we worked with, or other roll-ups that I've studied out there of companies that were able to go from zero to up to billions of dollars in revenues very, very fast. And we basically reverse engineers their success and their progress, and also the breakpoints that they had and had to overcome in that process. So if that's something that you're interested, let me know in the comments below. Just write down roll-ups and I'll know, okay, that topic is interesting for you, so I'll talk more about that. Now, obviously there were a lot of challenges in the process. He had to talk to hundreds of companies to close on 16 deals. I think the beauty, I said in the beginning, that was a unique situation here, is the fact that he was basically, first of all, getting the agreements with the 16 companies and only then raising the capital for them from very specific financial institutions. Some of them we were helped with introducing. Some he found himself. Actually, one of the most famous family offices in the world is investing in this roll-up. So to summarize, 16 companies, he was able to put an option to buy them for an average 5x multiples, and he was able to then raise capital and operate that at a much overall higher value. Because if you look at public companies in his sector, like we've seen companies that are like same amount of profits that are trading at 30 times multiples, versus he bought them for 5 times. So he basically created an arbitrage of hundreds of millions just for his equity, and pretty much created a multi-billion-dollar company within less than 6 months. This is a very obviously smart individual. He got all the support that he needed. He was able to execute and kept himself and the team accountable. And that's how he was able to get such amazing results. Again, $200 million in revenues from finding deals, negotiating deals, putting an option on them, and then raising them all together, putting an option for around 5 times. And then if you look at comparables on other companies, you see companies that are trading at 30 times. So the multiple difference is just insane, the value was able to create in such a short period of time. So I hope it opened your eyes to kind of like the things that we're working on lately in acquisitions.com. If you're interested, let me know in the comments below. I'll create some more videos on that. Either way, I hope you enjoy that. Like and subscribe and all that stuff. If you do so, you help me with the channel. I might go back to do some videos again. I'm sorry I wasn't as active as before because I was super busy. But if you enjoyed that, let me know and I'll try to post more. So hope you enjoyed that. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.